speaking of us being famous, guys, I was at the bar last night. And this bar had a DJ. I mean, we were popping off, okay? Dancing. I'm with my girls. I'm with my girlies. Francesca was not there yet.
No,
okay?
I was at work. But I did close down the wine bar a little early to get to the DJ.
As you should. Fuck work. Anyway, so...
It was empty. My work listens. I got permission. I didn't close it too early.
On the record.
On the record, I closed at an appropriate time.
So responsible. So anyway, let me set the scene for you guys. I was hair down, flipping, flopping, jamming to the house music. I'm with my girls. I'm with my friends, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm even like up on the stage. Okay? Sunset. We're outside in a beer garden. And this girl, I see her like there's like a staircase like behind the stage pretty much like that walks down from like the parking lot that's upstairs, but it's still outside. So she walks down the staircase. Well, now I have to burp. Oh my God. I'm cursed. But see, that was my little like.
That was a burp?
Yeah. It's just like it's like honestly just readjusting air to me. Okay. But anyway, so this girl, I see her like she basically walks down the stairs and she beelines over to me. And I'm like, she comes up like I honestly I thought she was gonna tell me that she really likes my hair because when a random girl just walks straight up to me, I know what they're gonna say. I like your hair. You have better hair than me. And I'm like, thank you.
Constant. You know what my least favorite thing is? When it's in front of me. And I don't get compliments on my hair. I've gotten a cup.
I'm like,
I'm sorry.
This is
Nick just had to like blow his nose.
No, like my nose is a little running.
You just wiped it on the terry cloth robe.
Okay.
He couldn't excuse himself for a tissue, just uses my terry cloth robe.
I mean, no.
Why don't you just blow your nose in it at this point? Do you need a hanky?
No, I'm good. But
continue. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We were talking about flossing.
You're outside.
Okay. I'm outside.
Beer garden.
Sunset. This girl walks down, runs up on me, literally runs up on me. And she just starts like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, I've never seen this woman in my life. And I'm like, yes. And she's like, oh, really? Really? And I'm like, can I help you? Are you lost? Like, you must be a tourist. Like, what's going on? And she was like, you hit on my boyfriend. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you hit on my boyfriend. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, who are you? Like, I literally had to be like, who are you?
Like, I'm sorry. Like,
and then she was like, I'm Allie or something. And I was like, oh, okay. And what boy are we talking about?
Yeah. And you're like, Allie.
Like, Allie never. And then she's like, we've met. You hit on my, and I'm like, okay, girl. And it's like, there's like mute, like we're on the stage. Like, you know what I mean? Which was one moment. Let me just finish this part. But like, basically like I had to be like, oh, and then she said like, oh, Reed. And I was like, oh, I know Reed. Yeah. And she was like, you hit on him at the drag show. I like know her boy. I honestly have no recollection of her at all. And like, I think at the drag show and like,
was she there?
She was apparently. Okay. That's what she was saying. And so I was like sitting there, I was like, oh yeah. And like, this dude's cute and whatever. But I was like, listen, one thing about me, if I'm trying to take you home, you will know. Yeah. You know, like I am very forward. And this guy, absolutely fucking not would I ever try that. You know what I mean? It's just like not even like, and he is 100% straight. Like I would never in a million years. I was probably just like, oh my God, Reed, you're so handsome. Probably because I was a little litty titty at that drag show.
We've talked about the drag show pores, the gay bar pores, the GBPs.
GBPs
is what we have learned it's called from our friends on TikTok.
Our friends on TikTok who are loving and supportive.
And you know what? There was also, we were like, we need an older gay man
so many
to
older
tell us
men.
if it's gay culture. And they were like, 55-year-old gay man here. It's a GBP, a gay bar pour. And they go, this has always been a thing.
Always been a thing.
So anyway, everyone was litty titty.
Everyone was litty titty. And like, I just know like I wasn't being like, and I'm never like gross or weird at like when I've
never seen you. I mean, there's been a couple blackout times with our very good friends that you've said ridiculous things to.
But like, yeah, but I would never just to someone that I barely even know. You know what I mean?
Like a random straight man at a friendly event.
No.
Of course not. You're not problematic.
No, absolutely not. Thank you for saying that. But anyway, she kept on going. And so, but meanwhile, you know, I'm surrounded by all my friends at the bar I go to every day, you know? And I was just like, and look at me. I am not the type of person you want to fight. And what I mean by that is I would never, ever hit someone back. You can punch me in the fucking face and I will probably not hit you back, especially if it was a woman, just because like there's people around and stuff like that, and I would literally never. And
we've been raised like that.
Yeah, though. I would never hit a woman. We would
never raise our hands to anyone. Well,
I've never been in a fight.
A girl has thrown me in a fire, and Nick, he was like, I've never been closer to like.
But I still didn't hit her.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But you were like, Francesca, like if there was a time that I were to lay my hands on someone, it would have only been in a pushing away situation. But you were like, I still would never touch a woman.
Ever. And so all my friends are like, they'll be like, do you know this girl? And I'm like, I don't know this girl. And then so they immediately, I was like, this girl's about to hit me. And I'm just like, girl. And so I looked at her and I was like, she was like, if you ever hit on my boyfriend again. And I was like, oh my God, like I can't promise you that because I don't know who you are. And I was like, you can hit me if you want. Meanwhile, I'm surrounded by all my friends and there's video cameras everywhere. I was like, and I'm literally
okay. This is something about us though, because we don't fight. We would never physically fight, but we fight with words, and we will fight with our lawyers.
I know. And that's the thing. It's like, it was kind of like,
you were like, go ahead, bitch.
I was like, I'm with one of my good friends, Emily. If this girl hit me, Emily would rip her head off. You know?
Also, I saw Emily yesterday. She goes, Francesca, I already woke up this morning and chose violence. And I was like, wow, Emily, one of my favorite terms. And she was like, no, like, I know it's one of your favorite terms. She goes, I was on one today, because she was telling me the story when I showed up. She goes, I wanted this girl to try something because I wanted an excuse.
Just to fuck someone up.
She's scrappy. Like, she would fight for you.
And she's an athlete. Like, I mean, she's very athletic. And like, yeah, like, and she's the type of girl to hit a girl, you know? Yeah. She's the type of girl to hit a dude, you know? And I was just like,
in a good way. We fucking love that bitch.
Yeah, we love her. And so I was just kind of like, I'm literally on the stage, like in front of a packed bar. And I was like, this girl's about to fight me. You know what I mean? And I'm just sitting here. So then all my friends start laughing at her. And it was literally the most embarrassing thing. And I feel bad for this woman I hope that she can forget the humiliation that happened. Because I was like, you can hit me if I want. She was like, I want to. And I'm like, okay. And then everyone starts like laughing at her on the stage. And they boo her off and she runs away. And I was like, and people are all like, what was that? And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, I was like, I don't know who that is. I don't know her name. I've never met her. I guess I have, but like, you know what I mean? And I was also, there's such thing as like a home field advantage. On the stage, surrounded by your friends, Emily to the side. You know what I mean?
And Emily's boyfriend.
And Emily's boyfriend, who would also probably punch a girl. You know what I mean? But like,
wait, you told me? You told me he hit a 12-year-old at the skate park the other day.
I don't know the story, but I just know that this grown-ass man hit a 12-year-old because they got into a fight at the skate park. I don't know the story. I don't know if that's true.
You did not abuse a child. Like the skate park kids around here, the little grommets. Yeah. They're scrappy.
And they're fuckers. They're little fuckers. And I guess this guy, this 12-year-old was like really fucking with Tony. And Tony like hit a 12-year-old. I don't know the whole story, but I've just heard about it. Anyway, so
we're gonna have to ask if we have to bleep out his name. He probably doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit, yeah. But yeah, I need to ask him about that. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just sitting here like I've never been in a fight, and this girl ran up on me, and I'm sitting here. I had to go. Who are you?
So I show up at the bar, and you're like, Nick or Francesca, you will never believe. And I am like, if I was there, I'm like, do people know? Like, what did you say? You were like, I have Tony and Emily here, but this girl hasn't even met my sister yet. I was like, she hasn't
even met Francesca. I was like, I just have like security around me pretty much, you know? Yeah. And so I was kind of like, I mean, Tony was like, that's brave of her, I guess, to like, just like roll up.
Oh my Sorry, God. Guys. I missed my mouth.
We call her Dribbles for a reason.
Dribbles is my nickname. Okay.
So you show up in the powder blue dress and powder blue suede dress. Mm-hmm. And so then I'm telling Francesca about like the mayhem that just happened. Mayhem's been
and
my
I'm
favorite
just like,
word, so.
She's so lucky that I wasn't here.
So lucky. Then I look, so we're by the bar. I look as I'm telling you the story. She's directly behind you. And I go, uh-oh. And she turns around and she goes, I just want to say, and I'm like, nope.
And Nick goes, oh, it's her. That's the bitch.
I was like, that's the bitch I'm talking about. And please leave me alone. Like, I was like, and she was like, and then she comes up. I was like, oh God, like I looked, you know how you don't look at a crackhead? I like looked at the crackhead. You know what I mean? And I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have looked at the crackhead. You engaged. I engaged with the crackhead. And anyway, so... So anyway, she comes over here and I'm like, oh my God. I was literally just telling like Francesca for her safety. She is just lucky she didn't meet you. Bitch came rolling up on both of us again. I'm like, oh, good.
She wants it.
And I was like, oh no, please leave me alone. Like, please, like.
And she kept being like, listen, I just want to like apologize. And I just want to say, but here's the thing. Once you attempt to assault someone, and out of nowhere come up and scream at them and try to fight them, and they ask you to leave them alone, and then you come back, the person who has been aggressed upon, you are the
victim.
Yeah, I don't want to say victim, but you know what I mean. In the situation, it's like, you don't have to listen to someone's apology. You can actually just say, I don't want you around me. Like, you are under no obligation to have to listen to this person any longer.
I don't care about her apology.
It wasn't an apology. You could tell she was blacked out. You could tell she was still like hadn't like an aggressive energy to her. And she was like, well, I just want to. And it was like, you were like, no,
crackhead, leave me alone.
Please walk away from me. He didn't say crackhead.
No.
He was like, please walk away. I don't want to speak to you. I just want you to give me space. Actually, our friend M was next to us and was like, we just want space, girl. We just want space.
Like, please, it's a big bar. There's many places to go. And so then she touched me. Listen, I don't like to be touched. She grabbed my forearm so the camera can see. Okay. And it was funny because I didn't react when she did it. I just kind of looked at her and you knew immediately. You go...
I was going to let her do her thing. She doesn't know who I am. I'm just a random girl standing next to him. But when she would not back up, and Nick just kept saying, please back up for me. Please walk away. And then she got closer and laid her arm on him. I said, oh.
No. I just was like kind of in shock.
Sense my energy change?
I was just like. You know what I mean? It was so like, it's really bright. Anyway. But like, yeah, I was like, uh-oh. And then you just went full on like.
I said, I'm sorry. This is my brother. And he has asked you to step away and you just laid your hands on him. I go, if you do not turn around and walk away right now, I will get you removed from this bar.
And then,
okay. Well, which I have a history of this.
Of kicking people out of bars.
My favorite thing is kicking people out of bars.
And I love being kicked out of bars. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's okay to get kicked out of bars every once in a while.
But if you are aggressing someone, it is the happiest, nicest.
We're all vibing.
Everyone was vibing. It's like, you can just go elsewhere. No one, we're not yelling at you. We're not aggressing towards you. It's like, please just walk away. We want no part of this.
Yeah.
And then when she touched you, I was like, So she gets up in my face.
Gets up. Oh, and this is also like, girly, I'm one person you don't want to get in a fight with on the home turf, but like, all right, you're just losing this battle. Again, surrounded by friends with Francesca, also the bartender, one of our good friends. But
all the bartenders are good friends.
You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, girl.
So I go, I will immediately have you removed from this bar. She goes, oh, really, bitch? I'd like to see you try. She goes, I've been in this county for 12 years and all of them are my friends.
And I just was like, famous last words. Famous last words.
That's fine. Okay. That's like what you want to do. I go, we will not say names, but lovely, amazing, completely had our backs. I go, yo, B. I go, she just touched my brother and is trying to fight him and will not walk away. And I go, she needs to be removed right now. He jumps over the bar.
And he goes, you're out. I was like,
she was like, yo, because she knew him. And she was like, you can't do this, blah, blah. And he goes, it is all peace and love here. And we are all friends. And he goes, he was being nice. Of course, he's not going to.
He's being very like level-headed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's sober and working. And he literally was like, come on, you can come with me. It's all peace and love. Let's just turn around and do our own thing. But that's when you talk back to the people in charge,
Yeah.
Don't yell at the people with the keys.
Don't yell at the people with the keys.
She was like, no, and wanted him to hear the side of the story. I'm sorry. No bartender gives a fuck about your fight.
Yeah.
He doesn't care whose problem it is. He doesn't care who was wrong. If we didn't do anything towards you and you're just not walking away, he was like, nope. And she was like, no, they did this and you can't do this to me, and started screaming. He was like, okay, we're going out.
Yeah, yeah. And just had her removed from the bar. And to that, I said, 2 for 2. Because like, I wasn't even mad. I was more like, I wasn't like, I didn't feel like, of course I felt like aggressed upon, but I was just kind of like, what is happening? Who is this? You know what I mean? Like, why is she attacking me? You know what? I don't know. It was weird, but anyway, that's a story. Don't.
I don't hit on straight men. I don't know.
No, I didn't even hit on him.
No,
I know this guy. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
it's
wait.
just
Can I actually? I was talking to her roommate or her friend or something like that. Her friend came up to try to apologize later. And I was like, I don't think I ever hit on her boyfriend. She was like, no, I don't think you did either. And then I go, and I told her, I was like, because if I did hit on him, she'd be like, you'd probably go home with you. And I was like, stop. Stop. That's not true. That's not true. But like, I don't know. I just thought she was just making a joke. But
actually, Nick did say one thing when he was like, honestly, I don't care about your apology and I'm going to blast you on my podcast anyway. So like, do something about it. Or like,
yeah.
you literally were
I was
just
like, I'm going to put this on my podcast.
just to like give you forewarning.
Oh my gosh.